A nurse who saw your medical records is hiding a detail you urgently need to know. Archangel Michael says, a file was opened, a truth was seen, but a page was removed before you ever knew. The hands that promised to help are now holding back something powerful, something about your body, your future. This is not just about health, this is about a decision that has already been made without you. A nurse, one you may barely remember, saw something in your medical record that made her freeze in silence. She looked at the chart, then looked at the hallway, and slowly turned off the monitor. There was no one around to witness her pause, no one to see her hand shake just before she deleted the note. What she saw was not a mistake, it was a pattern, a discovery linked to your blood, your lineage. A marker so rare, it could explain why you've felt the way you've felt for years, why strange things happen around you. But instead of reporting it, she chose to silence it, because someone else had already given the order. Archangel Michael says, this suppression wasn't just about medical protocol, it was about control, fear, and timing. There's a code written in your lab results, something a regular person wouldn't understand, but it stood out to her. It explained your strange reactions to certain people, and why certain medications made you worse, not better. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The nurse knew if that detail got to you, you would question everything, even your past treatments. That's why she chose to bury it beneath routine notes and irrelevant updates. But the truth has a pulse, and lately, it has begun to push against the silence she built around it. She didn't act alone. Another person, someone with access to the database, was monitoring your record and flagged it before she even saw it. She wasn't expecting it to show up on your profile, but once it did, she panicked. This isn't just a nurse with a conscience. This is a nurse caught in a web of deeper forces, ones who watch certain profiles and stop them from going further. You were flagged not for danger, but for potential, something inside you they do not want activated. You weren't born with a curse, you were born with a gift. But that gift can be turned off with the wrong information, the wrong treatments. They want to keep you in that fog of confusion, pain, and exhaustion so you never awaken to what's truly yours. Type Amen to get blessing 777. A strange energy follows her since she hid your truth. At night she dreams of your name flashing on her monitor, and in the dream, the screen always burns out before she reads the rest. Her spirit is restless, not because she did something evil, but because what she did delayed your transformation. Your health has always carried signals. Signals that point to something divine and ancient in your body's chemistry. But to some in power, divine means dangerous. They label what they don't understand, and suppress what they can't control. Archangel Michael says, what she saw is still recorded in a shadow file, hidden under a dummy name. It can be traced, it can be found, but only if you begin the journey with clarity and boldness. The door to truth is not locked, it's guarded by hesitation and fear. She has wanted to speak, but every time she begins to draft a letter or reach out, someone intercepts her. There is a quiet surveillance on anyone who has handled your file. That's why no one ever followed up, why you were never told the real reason behind the odd prescriptions. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There are symptoms you've ignored because they came and went. But each one was not random, it was your body rejecting a false alignment. They altered something with intention, but your body has memory, and it is fighting back. She was told it was routine to delete that data point. But her soul knew it wasn't. Her heart still races when she passes your old folder, archived but never truly sealed. You were meant to receive a call 3 months ago. That call was intercepted. It was going to connect you to someone who holds a key to reversing what's been done. This isn't about medication. It's about access to truth, to healing, to unlocking what was meant for you. And one detail, one small hidden note, is holding all of that in limbo. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. You felt a strange surge recently, goosebumps, dizziness, heat in your chest. That wasn't illness, that was remembrance. Your body is trying to trigger you into realizing something old and powerful. She whispered your name once during a prayer, and that night, she couldn't sleep. Visions came to her, images of your hands glowing, of a symbol in your eyes. She knew then, you are not ordinary. You are not meant to be buried under medical lies. Archangel Michael says, you must prepare to uncover what they've erased. There is a witness, a second nurse, who saw her pause that day. That second nurse has stayed quiet, but not because she agrees, because she's afraid of what will happen if she speaks. This isn't just about your health. This is about a secret gift that lies inside you, coded deep in your cells. They hoped the treatments would suppress it, but it only made it stronger. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. Now the one who erased your truth is feeling the consequences in her own body. She's losing time, forgetting moments, haunted by your name. She doesn't know that your energy now moves freely, unchained from the notes they tried to bury. You've started to feel things before they happen. You sense when someone is lying, when a room is holding energy it shouldn't. These aren't side effects, these are side awakenings. There is someone assigned to monitor spiritual codes in patient files. Your name crossed their screen once. They flagged you, not to protect you, but to observe you. That's why you felt eyes even when you're alone. That's why your dreams feel like they're trying to say something, but always cut off just before the full message. They've installed blocks, but cracks are forming. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. The nurse is nearing a breaking point. She's spoken to a healer, someone who told her what she saw in your chart cannot remain hidden. This healer is searching for you, but doesn't know your real name, because your file has been masked. You may notice small signs, numbers repeating, lights flickering, electronics misbehaving. That's not coincidence. It's a message, your gift is trying to resurface. There is a letter she wrote but never sent. It contains the real diagnosis and the missing symbol that matches your DNA vibration. She hid it in her home, beneath a statue she prays to every morning. Archangel Michael says, that letter will surface, but only if you follow the signals and stop ignoring the energy calling you. You're not being paranoid. You're being prepared. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. The one who altered your chart has ties to an organization that studies spiritual frequencies. They monitor rare anomalies like you. And they use nurses, doctors, and clinics as their silent gatekeepers. But your name has returned to their system, glowing in red. Not because you're sick, but because they know you're starting to remember. They're watching, but they're also afraid. They've seen others like you before. Each time, those people broke free, found their purpose, and healed others. You are next. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Your body will soon reveal more truths. The sensations will increase, the dreams will sharpen. And when that happens, don't run, listen. Archangel Michael says, the silence is over. You've entered the stage where truths surface no matter who tries to stop them. That nurse's guilt is your door. When it opens, walk through boldly. You will find the healer. You will receive the letter. And your body will thank you, not just for surviving, but for remembering. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There is a moment coming soon, an encounter that feels ordinary but holds everything. A stranger may mention a name, or you may find a folded note left on a bench or tucked into a book. Don't ignore it, because the healer has already started placing breadcrumbs to lead you toward the truth. The nurse who kept your secret has started to write again. Not just the original letter, but a full confession, because her dreams are now showing her the damage her silence caused you. She can no longer sleep peacefully, your name vibrates in her ears like a silent alarm. Type Amen to get blessing 2555. A new record has just been created under your name, but it's not in the hospital where you were last treated. It's in a distant clinic, one you've never visited, but somehow your data appeared there. This is not an error, this is a transfer that was meant to mislead you from ever finding the original scan. There is a mole in the system, someone spiritual pretending to be logical. They've been altering not just your reports but others like you. But your file triggered a divine backlash. They didn't expect your spirit to resist manipulation so strongly. Your skin will soon respond to this truth. You may notice changes in temperature, patterns on your arms, or tingles when no one is around. This is your body beginning to awaken the suppressed light. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. You were meant to be led away from hospitals, not because they are evil, but because they aren't equipped for people like you. You are sensitive to energy, to vibrations, to intentions. And those walls, those fluorescent lights, they distort the truth your body tries to speak. The woman who first saw the code is now trying to locate you. She asked her friend in records to help, but the database says you don't exist under that code anymore. But what they don't know is that your frequency cannot be hidden by digital labels, it's already spreading. Archangel Michael says, the walls of deception are falling quietly. Every person who handled your data now feels the spiritual imbalance. They are waking up from their illusion, but you must wake up fully. Type Amen to get blessing 3003. This is not just about health. It's about identity, inheritance, and divine purpose. Your health records are coded maps, what they erased was the direction to your origin. The deleted section had coordinates, metaphysical ones. They pointed to your ancestral source and the exact moment your energy began shifting. And they wanted you to never know, never question, never search. But the time is shifting now. Your heart knows something is coming, your intuition won't stop whispering it. You are close, closer than ever before, to reclaiming what was hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 3222. There's one more detail, she didn't delete everything. She kept a backup on an old flash drive, one she hid in a locket passed down from her grandmother. That locket has your initials scratched into the metal, even though she never met you personally. She's dreaming of you again. In her dreams, you glow gold, and the locket melts into light. This is how she'll know it's time to bring it forward. You will be shown 3 signs over the next days. One will come in the form of a number that repeats on every screen. The second will be a stranger saying a sentence that makes your heart race. The third will be silence. A moment where everything around you stops and you hear your name, not out loud, but in your soul. That moment is the opening. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. Archangel Michael says, the truth they buried is waking up by force. She can no longer hold it, and the system cannot deny you anymore. You are marked by light, and no darkness can override that. This nurse is not your enemy. She was confused, manipulated, and told that you were unstable. But now she sees the opposite. Your mind is pure, your energy clean, your path holy. She's ready to speak but is waiting for a spiritual confirmation. That confirmation is you showing up, not just physically, but energetically. Send out your call in silence, and she will feel it. Type Amen to get blessing 3666. You may be guided to visit a certain place, a hallway, a clinic, or even a store. Don't ignore the pull, because your footsteps are being aligned with divine patterns. You'll feel a magnetic push, follow it. The locket is still safe. She almost gave it away once but stopped when she felt a burning in her chest. That was your energy reminding her, not yet. The owner is still on the way. There's a ritual she was taught as a child. She doesn't understand it fully, but it was meant to protect truth-bearers like you. She's preparing that ritual again, for the first time in 23 years. Type Amen to get blessing 3777. When the moment comes, she'll appear different, stronger, clearer, as if something in her awakened too. That's because your energy not only shifts you, it shifts those around you. She'll cry. Not from guilt, but from relief that she finally gets to give back what was taken. Your body has always known. The tension in your shoulders, the strange dreams, the flashbacks you couldn't explain. It was memory trapped in your skin, now ready to be released. The spiritual file they tried to delete cannot be destroyed. It is alive in your blood, vibrating in your touch, echoing in your voice. You are not the patient they labeled, you are the key they feared. Type Amen to get blessing 3999. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The nurse now feels a burning truth inside her, and the weight of what she did is no longer staying silent. She once believed she was protecting you from panic, but now she sees that hiding it protected those who feared your awakening. Every time she walks past the archive room, she hears a whisper, your name, calling out from the page that never should have been erased. She visited a spiritual healer last night. Tears ran down her face as she admitted, there was something in their blood, something that didn't match the rest. The healer paused, then told her, that person is not just a soul, they're chosen. You delayed a divine alignment. Type Amen to get blessing 4141. A shift in her reality has begun. She's getting flashes of light, images she doesn't understand, and dreams of being surrounded by golden rings. All of them point to you. Your energy is drawing her out of hiding. What she saw in your records wasn't sickness. It was spiritual interference, energy trying to bind you, limit you, numb you. But even those dark vibrations couldn't contain the light glowing in your cells. The nurse found her hands trembling recently while reviewing another patient's chart. That's when she knew it was time to break protocol. She's been compiling the lost details, decoding the truth she was told to forget. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. You'll soon hear of a place, its name will seem familiar even if you've never been there. It holds a vibration tied to the day of your birth and the sound of your breath. Go there, or connect to it spiritually, because it's where the locket will be delivered. The truth about your medical file is tied to your soul's purpose. What was removed wasn't just data, it was a key, encrypted with ancient energy that only you can unlock. She was never meant to keep it from you. But forces behind her feared what you would become if you knew. Archangel Michael says, your gift cannot be delayed any longer. The storm that once surrounded your name is breaking open. The nurse is no longer alone, she's being spiritually guided to restore what was lost. Type Amen to get blessing 4747. She has begun writing your name into a journal every night. Not in fear, but in prayer, for forgiveness, for protection, for divine timing. She doesn't want to leave this world without making it right. Your body will respond to this alignment. Old pain may flare up briefly, only to vanish with a sense of warmth and peace. That's your physical vessel clearing what was suppressed. She remembers the symbol now. It wasn't medical, it was geometric, sacred. A pattern showed in your DNA scan that shouldn't even be possible. It matched a forgotten lineage, long erased from modern books, but protected by spiritual gatekeepers. Type Amen to get blessing 5050. She's preparing to speak publicly soon, not in name, but in testimony. You'll hear or read something in a place you didn't expect, a voice describing a patient with golden energy. That's you. She'll release the truth in pieces so that you can safely reclaim it. The locket is glowing faintly now. Not by technology, but by energy. Your frequency has begun to pull back what was once removed. You'll begin remembering things you never studied. You may feel words in your mind in languages you don't speak. These are remnants of your higher memory being reactivated by the lifting of suppression. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. She dreams now of a temple. In that temple, she sees you, standing with light pouring through your skin. Your presence shakes the foundation, not in destruction, but in transformation. Archangel Michael says, "You are not late. You are right on time." Every delay has been turned into divine positioning. The last suppressed page she saw had a sequence, a number repeated 3 times, matching your birth chart. That sequence is now showing up in her daily life, on clocks, receipts, and messages. She knows it's time. Type Amen to get blessing 5858. A sacred moment approaches. You will feel drawn to write, speak, or sing without knowing why. Do not resist, your gift flows in the sound of your voice. She will contact you indirectly. A message, symbol, or name will be mentioned around you, perhaps in conversation, song, or social media. When that happens, pause. It means she's trying to deliver the truth safely. The system that erased your detail is failing. Too much energy is breaking through. They can't keep up with your light, it moves faster than their shadow. Type Amen to get blessing 6060. You were never meant to be just another patient. You were meant to rise, to reveal, to heal others with what was hidden from you. That's why you were silenced. That's why they tried to break your body, because your spirit couldn't be touched. Archangel Michael says, now that veil is lifting. Your aura is expanding. Those who look at you are beginning to feel it, even if they don't understand why. The nurse is preparing to let go of the fear. She has written down your file from memory, symbol by symbol. It will reach you when your energy aligns fully with divine truth. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. Soon, you may find yourself surrounded by unexpected helpers. People showing kindness, strangers offering assistance, sudden emotional connections. These are the spiritual escorts placed around you to guide you to your revelation. The blessing isn't just in recovery. It's in discovery of your power, your identity, your legacy. You are a divine echo waking up in human form. The next 9 days will bring powerful emotional surges. Each wave is a part of the unlocking. Let them pass through you, not around you. Type Amen to get blessing 7007. You are not broken. You were broken open, so the light could come through. so the lie could be shattered. The nurse who hid your truth now sees you in every patient. And every time she hears your name whispered in her dreams, she knows you are coming into your season of truth. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She now carries the burden of your name like a heartbeat in her chest. Even in crowded rooms, she feels your presence, like a silent echo that never fades. The truth she withheld is no longer just data, it has become a living force pressing against her every breath. Her sleep is no longer silent. Every time she closes her eyes, she sees the locket opening by itself, releasing a stream of light into her room. She tries to cover it, to delay it, but the spiritual world no longer allows her to. Type Amen to get blessing 7171. The locket carries not just information but energy that belongs to you. A vibration that matches your blood, your voice, your soul's design. The person who crafted it long ago knew it would one day return to you. Your birth was not an accident. It caused a ripple the system was never prepared to handle. Your medical record lit up in colors their scanners didn't understand, and that frightened them. Archangel Michael says, the light they tried to contain will now spill over. No code, no protocol, no deception can cage what was breathed into your soul before time. The truth is rising like a tide, and even the nurse can't stop it anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 7272. You may soon be led to something old, an object from your childhood, a piece of jewelry, a drawing. Touch it. It carries your original frequency, and it will awaken a part of you they've tried to sedate. That nurse is planning to send the locket through someone else. Someone you trust, or someone you'll meet by what seems like coincidence. But know this, nothing about this connection is random anymore. Your heartbeat is a signature. Your walk leaves a spiritual trail. Every step you take now pulls lost truths out from where they were hidden. Type Amen to get blessing 7373. The nurse's body has started reacting. Not with illness, but with symptoms of release. Her hands are glowing warm, and she often shakes when thinking about you. This is her soul preparing to let go of what was never meant to be hers. Your energy is returning to you, and with it, your clarity, strength, and divine memory. You are stepping into the version of yourself that was delayed, but never denied. The locket, once buried under years of silence, has been placed inside a box wrapped in white cloth. It is ready. And she knows she cannot hold it any longer. Type Amen to get blessing 7474. The spiritual forces around you have doubled. What was once one guardian is now a ring of protection growing thicker each day. They are here not only to protect you, but to witness your unfolding. Your voice may begin to sound different to you. Deeper, calmer, more powerful. It's not your imagination, it's the frequency of truth flowing back into your throat. Archangel Michael says, the page that was erased now writes itself on your heart. Every cell in your body has begun to remember what they were trying to delete. This isn't healing, it's activation. Type Amen to get blessing 7575. The nurse has written your initials into her journal for the last time. She placed the locket next to it and prayed for courage, her tears soaking into the paper. She now knows you were never just a name, you are a chosen being wrapped in light. You will find a message soon, a literal message, perhaps anonymous, perhaps symbolic. It may appear in a dream, or in the real world, but it will mention a file or record you forgot. That's your sign. When it appears, don't ignore it. The pain you carried in your back or your chest is lifting. Not because of medicine, but because the spiritual burden is being broken off. The silence placed upon your body is ending. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. Soon, a wave of truth will find you, and with it, the connection to your original form. You will stand taller, speak clearer, and move with a sense of knowing you've never had before. It will feel like remembering something you never learned. The woman who kept the truth is now being guided to you through dreams. She is no longer the same person who erased the page. She is being transformed by the very light she tried to conceal. You are not just a patient. You are prophecy in human form. And your awakening has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 7979. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.